right. Okay. Can we try that again? Hi. Yes. All right. Good evening and welcome to the Fall 2022 Induction and Officer Installation Ceremony for the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. I would like to start by welcoming Dr. Marlon Thornburg, President of CCC and honorary member of Eta Gamma, to give some opening remarks.
Good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to come here tonight. Every year we induct our new students into this wonderful academic fraternity here at Coffeyville Community College. And this program has been such a strong program for us over the years with the amount of community service that this organization teaches our kids and the opportunities that it provides our students to assist in the community. And we've won a lot of national awards for this group. And it is always an honor to come here and tell all my dad jokes that they love to hear every year. I'm just kidding. I'm really not going to tell dad jokes tonight. But anyway, I do want to say congratulations to all the students who are being inducted tonight. This is a big opportunity for you. It is something that you should make sure is on your resume. That's typically the reason for Phi Theta Kappa, besides the activities you can be involved in, the fellowship that you can develop with your classmates, but also the scholarship opportunities that are available through Phi Theta Kappa as you transfer on from Coffeyville Community College. Those are very important things for you as inductees to make sure that you take advantage of. Like anything, it's only as good as what you put in is what you get out of it. You have to take this opportunity and you have to make the most of it. And we encourage you to do that. Also tonight, I'd like to recognize the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, who was able to make it here tonight, Mr. David Baldwin, sitting there in the row. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the CCC administration, faculty, and staff, welcome tonight. Congratulations. And as every parent wants to know is, what is this? What is the purpose of this?
To harvest just under 1,000 pounds of grapes, and I know that they were continuing the next weekend as well. When we finished working for the day, we had lunch, and one of the vineyards, your peers, but in the community. Over Labor Day weekend, a few members and I adventured out to the Osage Springs Vineyard just outside town. So yes, there's a vineyard nearby. And we helped out with the grape harvest. It was hot and it was sticky. It was humid, but also the grapes were kind of sticky. And because the weather had been so hot for so long, a lot of the grapes had actually turned into raisins. So it was really labor intensive as we had to prune away all of the dried up raisins in order to get the grapes separated out for harvest. A lot of the other workers out at the vineyard that day commentated that it wasn't really a great first introduction to working at the vineyard, that it was usually much more speedy and much more fun, but we still had a good time doing that. We managed that day to harvest just under 1,000 pounds of grapes, and I know that they were continuing the next weekend as well. When we finished working for the day, we had lunch, and one of the vineyard employees pulled me aside. And she said that without PTK, the vineyard wouldn't have thrived as much as it had. The current vineyard manager had gotten a taste of working at the vineyard as part of her service with PTK, and then continued to follow her passion and remained with the business. And she has been at the vineyard for several years now as a manager. So these are just a few examples of the opportunities that PTK can give you. A simple act of service may lead to an unknown passion, which can create a career or a network of resources. So I end where I began. You get out of PTK what you put into it, and I hope that each of you will become an active, engaged member during your time at Coffeyville Community College. The Eta Gamma chapter is an open door to your future. You just have to walk through it. To those guests, family members, administrators, and faculty gathered here this evening, I am pleased to present these candidates for membership in the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. These students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have been elected because they have chosen scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship as their hallmarks. I recommend them for acceptance into the Eta Gamma chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. To those newly joining the society tonight, you are about to be inducted into a scholarly fellowship which embraces community colleges not only of your own state, but of the nation and the world. This fellowship is Phi Theta Kappa, and your chapter is Eta Gamma. After induction, you will find among the members an atmosphere of scholarship to which you must give of yourself in order that the organization may be meaningful to you. The torch is symbolic of knowledge, the servant of wisdom, which dwells with prudence and leads the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment. The white rose typifies purity and beauty of life, its white bud signifying intellectual associations. This rose is presented to all new members as a symbol of the intellectual friendships you will form as a member of this honor society. The golden slab, keyed at the top and bottom, is the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa. The golden field, like that of our coat of arms, refers to the golden opportunities that abound on every hand for society folk to demonstrate their culture and perform good works. Since gold is the most noble of metals, it shall have a further significance to our society, for it shall represent that nobility attained by those who achieve intellectual leadership. Across the slab lies a black band. It represents the three ideals which bind us together and the cultural self-control which is the necessary foundation for true wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Shining through the background are the three Greek letters which are the initials of the Greek words meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Behind the band is a wreath, on one side composed of oak leaves and on the other laurel. The oak leaves stand for stability and strength of character, as symbolized by the sturdy oak. The grateful curling leaves of the laurel signify achievement and success, all attributes for membership in our society. Above the band is the representation of the head of Athena, a symbol of learning. In the base appear the Greek letters meaning light, the light of knowledge and learning, the common ideal for members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. This badge stands as a symbol for the high idealism of our organization and membership in our select group. You have studied the constitution of this organization, the purpose of which is to foster a spirit of devotion to study and to scholarly ideals among its members, and whose principles are embodied in the Greek letters, which stand for wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Inductees, if you will please approach the stage. While our inductees assemble, I would like to introduce honorary member of Eta Gamma, Dirk Andrews, and each of the new members will be called onto stage to sign the membership book and receive their symbols of membership.
Aaron Ponce. Owen Barker. Kayla Friel. Elisa Reck. Cooper Rooks. Caitlin Christian. Jaden Clark. Alyssa Lopez. Ashley Peaster. Emily Gonzalez. Taylor Vale. John Dutton. Edgar Ponce. Desiree Lee. Sarah Kanovitz. Grady Postrak. Mikey Bradley. Riley Bright. Grace Kahn. Leotado Ito. Sydney Knighty.
Now that the standards and ideals of this organization have been fully revealed to you, and the symbols of knowledge have been lit, you come to complete the pledge which admits you into complete fellowship. Please repeat after me. I, state your name, do solemnly promise on this 22nd day of September 2022 to uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa and to keep this object and aim in mind. And I do solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. It is my pleasure to welcome you into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the lively fellowship of scholars it affords. I salute you for your accomplishment. I charge you to explore always for truth and to dedicate yourselves to the cultivation of the well-reasoned life, a prelude to service and honor. Members, you may extinguish your candles and return to your seats. I'll get them later. Before we install our chapter officers this evening, I would like to invite Haley Farren, Regional Vice President of Scholarship for the Kansas-Nebraska region and member of the Tau Theta chapter at Labette Community College, to speak.
Phi Theta Kappa has been one of the greatest blessings in my life. When I first got my induction letter, I didn't know much about it or what it stood for. So leaving for our first trip was a little nerve-wracking for me. I didn't know what to expect, and I was still fairly new to the organization. Upon arrival, I really got to see firsthand how much of a family this group is. Everyone is always very welcoming and genuinely interested in your life and success. Right after we had finished one of our first general sessions of my first regional conference, my best friend looked at me and said, "You should run for regional officer." At first, I wasn't sure if I would make a good officer or even what an officer does. But after some persuasion, I decided why not. I remember thinking to myself, this will be a great opportunity to be more involved and to meet new people. I ended up being nominated that night. Along with all of the great experiences PTK offers for you, it is also centered around 4 hallmarks: scholarship, leadership, fellowship, and service. This is a highly competitive award program that will recognize great achievement for individuals and chapters. After being inducted into PTK, I learned that we receive much more than educational benefits, but we also gain life skills. You learn to work as a team and how to solve problems. The bar is set high not only to challenge us, but to help us grow as individuals. The skills that we learn in this stage of our life will help us think critically, lead, and be a team, all of which will help us after we graduate and either move on to a 4-year college or enter the workforce. Like many, I ended up joining Phi Theta Kappa for the benefits that are offered to the students. Going on the trips made me realize that this is much more than an honor society, but a family that cares for each other and wants to see everyone succeed. Being able to be more involved and meet so many different people has been a wonderful experience for me. I look forward to contributing to Phi Theta Kappa through the work that is done and the people I get to meet. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to getting to know and work with you all. Congratulations.
Thank you, Haley. Tonight, we install 2 officers to the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. If Abigail and Alessandra could approach the stage, please. Alessandra Thompson has been selected as our Vice President of Service. She's in her second year here at CCC, is involved with women's soccer, and is majoring in elementary education with the goal to teach 3rd or 4th grade. Abigail Moss has been chosen as our Vice President of Scholarship. Abigail is from Durham in the north of England. She also plays on the women's soccer team here at CCC and plans to further her education in the field of sports medicine. As recognition for your service as an officer in the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, I present each of these officers with a medal of rank denoting their status. Before you assume your obligations as officers of the chapter, you shall renew your pledge of membership in Phi Theta Kappa. Please repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly promise. On this 22nd day of September 2022. To uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa. And to keep this object and aim in mind. And I do solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. You are charged with the responsibility of learning the duties of your office and executing those duties to the best of your ability. Now, once again, please repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly promise to fulfill.
I, Abigail Moss, do solemnly promise to fulfill,
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability,
My duties as an officer
my duties as an officer
of the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa.
of the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa.
You are duly recognized as the executive officers of the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. We pledge the support of the members of this chapter to you. I would like to once again thank everyone for coming out this evening in recognition of the hard work and achievements of these members of Phi Theta Kappa. Members, you are welcome to use the stage area for photos. Please join us for a reception in the lobby. Thank you again for coming this evening.